My name is Jasmine Blue. I've been working as a school social work intern through the SWWC co-op at the ELC Cosmos in Cosmos, Minnesota. Basically, the ELC is a level 4 school. We take referrals for children who ages like 8 to 21 who aren't functioning as well as they should be in general education. Basically, if they have an IEP or they're too disruptive to a classroom, or they need more like one-on-one interaction or socialization to better help them in a school setting, we will take them. And so the work I've been doing there at the ELC, I have, as a school social worker, I have been doing mandatory reporting, mental health counseling. I have been, teaching a weekly social skills class. I have been working alongside like the school psychologist to complete different assessments, a bunch of different stuff like that. I've been part of the multidisciplinary team where we meet, once a week or, a couple times a month, and we just kind of discuss maybe, a really like a tough student, what are some goals that we can implement in his IEP, what are some different interventions that we can brainstorm and utilize to better, help him. So we'll do a lot of meetings like that. I've learned about PCM because at times there are children who are, harm to themselves or others, or who are lashing out, and so it's important to use like nonviolent crisis intervention tools to kind of help them out if verbal de-escalation does not work, which it tends not to, because we do have a lower functioning population that we work with, so it just kind of doesn't connect like it should. So sometimes it is necessary. So going into this semester, I knew nothing about school social work, knew nothing about level 4 schools. I didn't even know what a level 4 school was not, very familiar with IEPs. I was not familiar at all. So this was brand new going into this for me. At the beginning of this year, I set a lot of goals for myself. I had certain expectations of myself. I wanted to learn more from this experience than I did from my undergrad internship. So I wanted to utilize my supervision to the fullest that I could, which I have. I've been able to talk with Emily Johnson and Rachel Cox-Rafferty about different ethical issues I've been struggling with, issues with policy, questions about IEPs or the educational setting, advocacy, just anything. I had never taught a social skills class before, and I found that I actually really value social skills. Though it may seem like it's simple or common sense to us, kids, like students in special education, they really struggle with that a lot. So by teaching these, what seems like the simple material is actually very beneficial to them in their home life, in their home, and I found that I actually really enjoyed doing that. But I've had to create the curriculum, create the material. By doing this, I've done different research through different books and different websites. I've done research on different interventions, DBT, CBT skills that I've utilized. I've also done research on the different assessment tools that we've utilized, the school psychologist and myself. So that was really, really informational. Let's see. I have had other skills such as, treatment interventions, I mentioned that, DBT, CBT, communication. I have been able to shadow other disciplines and kind of understand how, their portion of work coincides with the social work's portion, and how we kind of, come together collaboratively to address these issues with a student, or to meet their goals so they can transition back into general education. I've been doing different cultural diversity trainings, working with social skills, advocating for mental health, mental illness, and advocating for myself. Honestly, I feel like that has been one of the biggest skills that I have really grown in this semester, is advocacy. Because I work with such a vulnerable population, not only are they children, but we're dealing with mental illness, we're dealing with intellectual disabilities, and kind of some of them don't come from very good backgrounds, very good homes. So I've really done a lot of advocating to some of my coworkers, to sometimes the children's parents, to the principal, to their case managers. I've done a lot of advocacy for them. I've also done a lot of advocacy, advocating for myself. I found that sometimes it is so difficult as a new young professional, to stand up for yourself or kind of, address different issues because you're worried. But I found that this semester that I've kind of found my voice and how to dive in and how to do that, and how to kind of stand your ground, and let people know what you want from something, or communicate effectively. And so I feel like that's kind of been the biggest thing for myself. But this semester has been awesome. I feel like I've learned a ton. I've definitely utilized a lot of my skills, and grown in a lot of my skills. I have a lot to go. I have a lot of work, to go, but I have more goals that I want to reach, and I think next semester I'll do it. So thank you for listening.